I just found this in a Facebook group. Depreciation on new decking. Adjuster says non-recoverable depreciation on code upgrade for new decking on an ACV only policy. Is this normal? No, it's not normal because ordinance and law is separated from the coverages. You have coverages A and B, and that might be RCV or ACV. So replacement cost value or actual cash value, or it might even be an RPS schedule, roof payment schedule. But if there is a code upgrade involved, and it sounds like there was an upgrade to new decking, not just replacement with the existing decking, but new decking because it needed to be brought up to code, whatever that increased cost is would not be depreciated because it's new work. There's no age or condition to it. So when I'm replacing decking, and I'm replacing with like kind of quality, that would fall under coverage A. But I could potentially take an ACV policy and say, well, I have to comply with code under code coverage, which covers compliance and increased costs. I could put a lot of stuff under compliance and get that covered without any depreciation. It would be paid when incurred, which means they don't pay a dime until you actually do it. But it wouldn't be depreciated because it is a separate coverage. Unless their policy is very different. And I know that there are very different policies out there, so generally speaking is all I'm doing here. But generally speaking, code upgrades don't have depreciation because it's a betterment. It's something that wasn't there before. But it's only that increased cost that would fall under ordinance and law if it's an increased cost. But if you're trying to get compliance paid for under there in order to have additional coverages, you have up to the limit of the ordinance and law coverages to put compliance stuff under there. So for you public adjusters, if you have an ACV only policy, and I get asked all the time, well, what can I do about ACV? Well, one thing, you can negotiate the amount of depreciation that's occurring because it's not a set rule on exactly how that's supposed to be done unless there is a roof payment schedule or some kind of a depreciation schedule built into the policy. But if there isn't one, then the amount of depreciation that is being withdrawn is negotiable for you public adjusters. And additional coverages might have a different way that the coverages are applied. So the ordinance and law coverage won't be depreciated. So you might be able to take some of the compliance issues that are still covered under coverage A, but limited because of the ACV only portion of it. You could take some of that compliance and stick it under the ordinance and law coverages or other types of additional coverages that don't have an ACV only issue attached to it, unless the policy is wildly different from the ones that I've dealt with. So ACV only policies, negotiate the amount of depreciation and try to move things into other coverages. That's the nugget. I hope that helps.